Hello to all of my wonderful virgins, Virgos, gods, and goddesses. I'm talking to you. Hopefully you all are having a fantastic day on today. But then again, I know you are Virgos because that's the intention you set. Yes. Let's get into it. We're going to get into it. We have a waxing gibbous moon. We are 3 days away from a full moon. Yay! So what does that mean for Virgos? All right, let's talk about it. Most High God in the universe, please give me a special reading for my wonderful Virgos as it relates to every area of your life, specifically in areas of power and intellect, money and wealth, creativity and emotions, and spirituality, and where they need to take action. What information do we have for my wonderful Virgos? Yes. Shout out to all the Virgos who have been sending me text messages. I love you. Yes, let's get into it. So Virgos, as I'm shuffling the cards, the messages that are coming through to me right now is being in a posture of gratitude, like really being in a posture of gratitude, because I don't want you all to overthink all the other things that could have or may have, or if I could have, would have, should have went wrong. I want you to focus on the things that are right in your life. If you got family members that you really love and you hugging them, hey. But if you got other family members that are, acting shady and shisty, cut them off and keep on going. Don't even overthink it. Turn all of your focus and your attention on people who love you, who reciprocate the love that you give to them. Okay, that was the immediate thought that was coming through. And so let's see what these cards have to say, because sometimes especially for earth signs, because we're also going to be talking about aura as well, and how aura shifts and changes. And so you want to keep your chakras in alignment. You want to just make sure you have a solid base, right? Where you feel secure. Family members can be soul tribes too, right? Could be people that you have selected to be family members, not the blood relatives that you, or your core family members. Excuse me. So I see a happy, harmonious life for you. This is what I'm looking at for you, because you have mastered, you've gotten it. You're like, okay, I'm no longer focusing on the people that cause me to overthink, cause me to judge, cause me to just sit there and replay over and over again in my mind, right? And so what I suggest to you as an earth sign is to sit down, create a list, put certain people's name on that list that maybe there could have been some challenges, right? You all were not sharpening each other. It wasn't iron sharpening iron. It was just really two different frequencies, even if the frequency is off a little bit. And write the pros and cons of them being in your space, or let me put it the other way, of you being in their universe, right? It's like you go to their house and you just didn't feel comfortable in their house. For whatever reason, write the pros and cons of that down, right? Because it's going to help you to look at your list. You all are very logically thinking people, very logical people. You need to see it. What is the benefit? The pros and cons. Don't go through all the different scenarios and all of that. It's this, that, and the other. Because again, and then you go through, and if the cons outweigh the pros, then you got some serious decisions to make about moving into this next phase. Because I can tell you, this waxing gibbous moon is challenging everybody, right? It's challenging everybody on adaptability and flexibility. If you're a flexible person, boom, you ready to go to the next chapter. You don't have no problem cutting people out, severing ties with people, and moving on, and adapting to your new chapter of your life, or even a new book for some people. But if you're a person who feels like, well, I'm not really sure, and I just not sure, then get ready to repeat a cycle. I mean, that's the plainest way I can say it, right? I'm just going a straight shooter. Hey, listen, just get ready to repeat another cycle, because that's what these moon phases are all about, is giving everybody an opportunity to learn how to move through these phases successfully. You say you want more money. Okay, guess what? You're going to have to give up something else. You may have to give up some friends. You may have to give up some sleep, some oversleeping in the house. You're going to have to give up something, because the universe keeps everything balanced up. You want this, you're going to have to give up something else. You may call it a sacrifice of something else, but you're going to have to give up something, right? So, but for you, I see, here's your sister sign, Taurus, the Hierophant. I see your thought process becoming a lot clearer, because why? You're no longer heartbroken. You learn how to get to the heart of the matter. So let's say you're in a relationship with somebody, It could be a colleague, and I'm not talking about a romantic relationship. Let's say you're in a relationship with them. You all have been really, really good friends in the work. You've developed a friendship in the workplace or whatever. But you're starting to see, yeah, we're just on different frequencies. Whereas before we could talk and there was just no pause in our conversation. We just could go for hours. But now all of a sudden we're not, it's just like this, it's uncomfortable. You ever been in an uncomfortable conversation where you're just like, struggling to find something to talk about? Y'all are on different frequencies. They like crystals. I mean, you like crystals and gemstones, and you're talking about spirituality, and they're talking about religion. They're talking about going to church and this and that. And you're like, well, I don't go to church anymore. I don't believe in that. I have my own strong thoughts about it or whatever. And it's just this uncomfortable pause. Or if you're on a date with somebody and you realize, you know what, my intuition about them was right. They're a little narcissists, right? The narcissistic behavior, I can see it coming through. Or they seem like a sociopath or maybe like a psychopath. They have those tendencies, right? We're not on the same frequency. So whereas before I may have been enamored by the way that they look or enamored by some of the things that they talked about, now it just, I'm not interested anymore, right? So why prolong the inevitable by giving them another 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, or even years of your life? Why prolong that, right? So again, sit down, write out a list. Make out a list of pros and cons, because again, you all need to see it, feel it, taste it, touch it, smell it, right? And feeling it is part of it, right? And then two, what does your skin tell you about you when you're around them? And the skin is the largest organ in our body. So what does your skin tell you about it? Do you feel like you get the hives and breakout when you're around them? Do you just feel like you start itching, or all of a sudden your scalp starts itching when you get around them, or the back of your neck starts itching, or you just feel uncomfortable, like you just don't know where to put your hands? You just like, how do you feel when you're around them? Like, do they unsettle that earth in you? Do they unsettle a feeling in you? So so in contrast, you also want to write out a list of people who you feel like you're reciprocating. You love them, they love you, and it's being reciprocated. Maybe their love language is different, but you understand that they're coming with a lot of sincerity and love. Those are the people that you want to sit down and even maybe write a note to them and say, dear so-and-so, I just want to say thank you for being such a great whatever, right? Friend, colleague, whatever the case may be. Like letting people around you know that you love them just as much, and you've seen the effort that they put in your friendship or your relationship, right? You're getting to the heart of the matter. You're starting to learn that I got to give up the people. I got to replace the people who are fair weather, kind of riding the fence, friends and family members who kind of give me a half effort. They don't even reciprocate fully what I give to them. And I'm getting to the heart of the matter. And that way, I'm not heartbroken by it anymore. Because the truth of the matter is, Virgo, is that some people can't give you what you gave them, even if you wrote it down for them. You say, okay, I need this from you. Some people couldn't give it to you. They're just not at the same point of where you are. So you got to recognize that. So that's how you become victorious in, getting to, like I said, getting to inner peace, right? And guess what? It's also making more room for you, more money for you. So you got to stay focused. You got to stay focused. You got to give up something. Some people are hoarders. They want to hold on to relationships that's been in their lives for 20, 30, 40 years and then wonder why they can't meet new people, or wonder why their life has seemed like it's just running in slow motion. It's moving forward, but in slow motion. Like, why is it taking so long for this to happen? Because you won't cut off some of the other stuff that's in the past. That's like going back to your old neighborhood that you grew up in and going back and you've traveled the world, you've gone here, you've gone there, you've done X, Y, and Z, and you go back and you talk to some of the same people in your old neighborhood. They've never left the neighborhood, they've never left anywhere, and they still talking about the same thing 20, 30, 40 years from now. It's like time has just stopped. You feel like you just fell into a time machine. Like, what the heck happened? Right, exactly. And so this is why I'm trying to help you all speed up. Well, it seems like it speeds up the process because time really is an illusion. But this is how you really live your best life. It's like, okay, there's some people that just got to go. I mean, that's the nicest way I can put it, is that some people just got to go. They should have had their pink slip a long time ago. And I see a lot of you all moving on to bigger and better things. That's what I'm seeing in every area of your lives. And the way that you heal from that is to do something that's nostalgic. So if you have kids, grandkids, or Even if you don't have kids and you're not around, you don't have grandkids or you don't have kids yourself, you do things that you love to do to nurture the little girl or little boy in you. That's how you do it. That's how you heal from all of that. That's how you heal from heartbreak. I'm going to do some things that I love to do for me. I've been wanting to get that massage. I've been wanting to go roller skating. I've been wanting to go to the pool. I've been wanting to go to the beach. Boom, go do it. I've been wanting to go to the park. Go do that too, right? Fall in love with you. That's what you're doing. You're falling in love with you, right? And so while on this journey, I don't see a lot of you all just being by yourselves. I see you have a lot of people around you that love you and who have no problem reciprocating the love to you. But in contrast, you got some people around you should have cut off a long time ago. Plus, guess what? It's going to make more room for your money, your business. I see your business growing exponentially. So yes, this is what I'm talking about. And I see you all also having freed up space. So now you can sit down with your clarity of thought and say, you know what? I'm expecting greater things to come. But see, when you still have people from your past in your life that's not reciprocating the love that you've been giving them, and I'm talking about agape love too, not just romantic love. We're talking about just love with no strings attached. When they are either not willing to do it or they are incapable of doing it, you got to cut them off and you got to move on. And it's also freeing up space for more money for you. So see all the benefits you get from just trimming the fat. Like, listen, we're not on the same frequency. You still talking about stuff from 1970 and I'm up here in 2021 moving towards 2022 and you talking about some stuff that just don't even, I mean, where is the growth? So yes. All right. So yeah. So again, get your list together. Get your list together and start writing down the pros and cons of people in your life and where they stand in your life, if they stand in at all. Because again, moving towards this full moon, in the new moon phase where we started out, you planted seeds, right? You've been watering those seeds, and this is what I want. You've been making plans. Here we are almost 30 days later, and you should see some like serious growth, things coming to fruition, things that you have manifested. And so yes, where is there room for people who just taking up space? There is none. They got to go to somebody else's life, not yours. All right, so here we have read. So for some of you all, reading some books that's going to help you with some self-help books are going to help you significantly, right? Some of you all are going to be writing books, right? But this is really about reading books, right? Some of you all are going to really be reading books on how to, you know, give birth. 4 plus 2 is 6, right? And when we talk about the number 6, 6 is the number of expansion. I know we're not talking about numbers today, but look at the number 6. It looks like a pregnant woman that's about to give birth to something. That's what's happening with you, about to give birth to some major things. Why? Because you've decided there's some relationships that are in my life right now that's just really seriously, they're just in the way. I need to make room for more money. I need to make room for more peace. I need to make more room and more time for the people who learn how to reciprocate the love that I've given them. So that means who neck may be on the chopping block. It could be your parents. It could be your kids. It could be your old best friend from the neighborhood. It could be anybody. It could be a new romantic interest you were thinking about courting or dating. It's a whole lot of people that's going to be getting pink slips. Why? Because you're like, okay, this one is in the way. This one is in the way. This one is in the way. And I'm trying to make room for the new to come into my life, right? I've been planting seeds and I've been saying I wanted all these things. I'm pulling up the weeds. I'm getting rid of them, throwing them in the trash. Look at all this beauty here when I pull up all the weeds, right? Wheat and tear. Who is who? I know the difference between who and who is now, so I'm moving forward. That's what I have for you, Virgos. Have a fantastic day. Yes, have a fantastic day. But then again, I know you will, because that's the intention you set, right? Of course. Bye.